Thousands of people on the quayside at Bluff gave a really royal send-off to the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh. Bluff faces the Tasman Sea on the southern tip of South Island. To the Prime Minister and Mrs. Holland, the Queen and Duke now had to say goodbye, and as the moment came for them to go aboard the Gothic, the Governor-General Sir Willoughby Norrie bade Her Majesty farewell on behalf of the whole of the Dominion.
As Queen Elizabeth begins her visit to New Zealand, it's a picture for the memory book as the Queen and Prince Philip are greeted by the Governor-General on the site of a treaty between the native Maori tribes and Great Britain 123 years ago today. Led by their chiefs, 10,000 Maoris have massed to greet their Queen. These Polynesian natives first landed in New Zealand 6 centuries ago and brought with them the high culture of their islands. Part of their tradition is the haka.
They say that New Zealanders care about 2 things, beer and rugby football. But Aucklanders care about something else as well, small boats. They say there are about 40,000 of them in all in this area, and that's why the Royal Yacht Britannia coming into Auckland Harbour is getting this traditional welcome.
Queen and Prince Philip at the Commonwealth Games in New Zealand.
Aotearoa is New Zealand's famous health resort and owes its medicinal power to sulphur springs, which accounts for the occasional twitch of the Queen's nose. It really is rather a smelly place. Their idea of being warrior-like involved them in becoming perhaps the first young people to stick their tongues out at the Queen and not only get away with it, but be quite justified in doing it.
And so, 150 years on, the great-great-granddaughter of Queen Victoria, whose sovereignty the Maoris had acknowledged with that treaty, arrived in Waitangi, escorted by 1,000 warriors in these magnificent long war canoes. In the background, the shouts and yells of Maori activist protesters, some up to their necks in water.
The Queen, who arrived on a commercial flight from London, will oversee both initiatives during her stay in an attempt to acknowledge the rights and dignities of this minority group. But following the arrest of a leading Maori activist on the eve of her arrival, there are concerns that protesters will attempt to disrupt the tour.
E te iwi, nai tahu, tēnā koutou katoa. I'm delighted to have the opportunity to be with you all today.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel to stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald. Click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.